obviously it's not what we wanted the result to be, but I thought it was a hard-fought game. It was a physical game, probably one of the most physical games we've been a part of this year. We were pretty happy to be in the situation when we tied it up 2-2, and we had a couple of opportunities to make it 3-2 that we didn't capitalize on. And then we just didn't get much puck luck on the third and fourth goal, and that was the difference maker in my opinion.
Carson, I know this is uncharted territory for the Geneseo hockey program. And as a senior and as a captain, looking back on the season and the last couple weeks, how do you think that your guys' run has changed the Geneseo program?
I mean, this year's been great for us. Since freshman year, Zach and I have been talking about how we want to get here and get our program here. So to be able to pull through with something like that makes it extra special being a senior. Not best, not best. Thanks.
All right, open up for questions.
Coach Schultz, just what advice would you give to whoever plays St. Over tomorrow, not that you've seen them in person, not different off the film? What advice would you give?
Well, they just don't give you much. They're a very similar style to what we saw with Norwich. There's just getting an odd man rush it just doesn't happen. They're big and physical, so be prepared to use the body and take hits and take some punishment to make a play. I think defensively they're as good as we've played this year. Their D-men can move. They move well. They can move up ice. They've got a couple forwards that are very, very talented, and they're game changers. And they're a heck of a ball club.
Coach, it seemed like you were able to get the game a little bit more up tempo, perhaps in the second period, maybe to your liking. Is that fair to say that eventually you started to kind of?
Yeah, second periods are always going to be up tempo just because of the long changes that both teams have. There's going to be a lot more mistakes in the neutral zone, and usually, there's a lot of creativity in that period. So every second period that we're a part of has always been the most chances.
What was your take on the goalie?
I didn't get a good look at it, so I can't comment.
Were you pleased with the tempo over the first 30 minutes of that hockey game?
Yeah, I was happy where we were for sure. I think as long as your team's giving everything that they have, you're going to be happy, and that's what we had. We didn't have anybody, leaving all their energy in the hotel room. They brought it, and that's what we were happy about as a coaching staff.
Got a 2-goal deficit early. You've been down 2 to Norwich. You've been down 4 to Oswego in that Semifinal game before coming back. Being behind is something you're kind of used to throughout the playoffs. Just talk about the mentality this team has had this year getting back to behind.
Yeah, and at no point in the game until they scored the 5th goal were we down. We've got a very resilient team, and that starts with the leadership and the guys that are sitting next to me right now. Without leadership in your room, you're not going to win games. You can be as talented as the most talented team can be, but if you don't have character and leadership, you're not going to win. And that's what I've been blessed to have guys that know how to lead teams, and they're sitting right next to me.
Justin, the coach was saying he thought it was one of probably the most physical games you guys have been seeing. Being out there on the ice, would you agree that this was as physical as you guys have been that played this year?
Yeah, it was a tough game. And playoff hockey always gets a little tougher. And either I was a boy and he's a man, I guess. They just beat us.
Zach, like Coach talked about, you guys being a resilient team. Just take us inside the locker room after 2 periods, after you're facing a 4-2. What were you keying on? What were you guys talking about? What did you have to come out and do in the third?
We were really just saying to keep playing our game. Like you guys have said, we were down 2 to Norwich, 4 to Oswego, down 2 to Buff State our last weekend of the regular season. It's a spot we've been in and a spot we're comfortable in. We came back from 2 goals in the game already, so we certainly weren't worried about it. We just knew we needed to stick with it and try and get a goal. And unfortunately, we just didn't get the bounce.
Gentlemen in the front row.
Just Coach talked about the third period. What could you guys do offense? What they were doing that you couldn't create offense in the third period?
We weren't able to get shots. we had a difficult time getting just shots to the goaltender and driving the net. You know, that probably one of the top 2 or 3 positionally sound teams that we've played against. You know, there's never a player out of position. The biggest mistake they made was in the first 4 seconds of the game. You know, and you know, Bitter had a good opportunity there, pounced on it, and Jacobson made a good save. So just their ability to play defense and commit to defense was the problem that we had.
The missed opportunities early was 2-2. Do you feel like that kind of took the lead? How do you see it?
No. I mean, we've missed a lot of opportunities in the past, so I don't think that was a big deal.
Gentlemen, second row.
Coach, you have a landmark year this year. You're returning the lion's share of your roster for next year. What does the future hold for Geneseo hockey?
I'm not sure. You know, I don't know. We're a one day at a time team. We always have been. We're one game at a time. And, you know, what I said to the guys in the locker room after the game is, yeah, we're going to be a dynamite team again next year. We're going to have the talent, but we're losing incredible leadership. I mean, Carson Shell has been. I'll be more than blessed if I get another leader like Carson Shell. It just goes such a long way, and we're losing a guy that's led our team in scoring for 4 years. So that's not replaceable, you know, unless we get super lucky in the recruiting process. But we're going to have the talent. We just have to nurture and train leadership.
One last question. Anyone? Thank you very much, gentlemen, and congratulations on the great season.
Thank you.